It's early morning. Um, Not expecting anybody to come into this live, but I kind of wanted to go over the future of my channel. I know I brought it up a few times um, in the past. I stopped posting. I was on a quest to get monetized. I'm still on a quest to get monetized. My mother died, and I just kind of stopped posting. It it wasn't a priority for me at that point. So um, yeah, I'm back. I moved um, to Joliet, got a school out here, teaching martial arts, which actually brings me to my next one. I'm going to be teaching on YouTube in my members only site. I'll set up a members only site, but I need about 50 more subscribers to go. So if you can share and like and subscribe, I just did a Star Wars trailer, and I did another. I showed the first beginning of a Star Wars fan film that I was shooting with a buddy Michael of mine. So yeah, you can check it out. It's really cool. You know, he did the special effects for the lightsaber. He directed everything. I did the fight choreography. We have a whole fight scene planned out. Um, very nice fight scene we've done. Um, but yeah, you can check that out on QMac 11 on YouTube. So yeah, once we get 50 more subscribers, once I get 50 more subscribers, then I'll open the members only page and I'll teach my whole beginner level system of a martial arts school. I actually have, where are we at? I can see right there on that dry erase board. It's really hard to see, but that's my whole system that I teach. My adults, the kids. Obviously, kids learn at a slower pace than adults do. So I teach the same thing the kids do the adults, but I teach it in a very kid format, and it's broken down into smaller bites for the kids so they can get it. I got a women's cardio class that my wife does. Um, so yeah, I'm here, 11th dimension.net for like gear and stuff like that. So um, I also wanted to talk about um, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. I'll make this real quick because it's going to be a really short video. But I'll talk about Tyson and Jake Paul real fast. I do want to start talking about the fight world. There's not a lot of fights. I'm not going to talk about all fights, but fights that interest me. Some of them more in the mainstream. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul does interest me in a sense. It does, but it doesn't. I mean, I'm curious to what a 66-year-old Mike Tyson. My mom died at 59, so Tyson's similar to my mother's age. So I'm similar to what Tyson's older at this moment. His body's slowed down, his reflexes, his timing, his durability, all of those things can play a factor in this fight. A buddy of mine, we used to always talk about this as well. Maybe I'll call him up and we'll actually have a good discussion on. I'll go live and we'll discuss this Tyson fight. He has some good input on it. But I like Jake Paul as a person. Um, I think there's a character. I don't know him as a person, but it seemed like he's a genuine guy. A guy when I lived in Long Beach, I used to train at this gym in Jackrabbits, and the Jake Paul managed Ashton Style, and Ashton's a really good fighter. He's been training since he was a little boy, and Jake Paul's taking care of him. He's put him on the undercard as a co-main event on all of this. He's given him a lot of exposure. He's giving this kid an opportunity. So from that perspective, because I know the kid, I I definitely respect Paul for that. But that's where it goes. That's where it's at. I don't respect Paul. As a fighter, I cannot. Because he's fighting old fighters that are not in their particular sport. You know, he's fighting bare knuckle fighters, MMA, mainly MMA fighters. That's his formula. Fight an MMA fighter, a little bit over the hill. You know, this last guy, Perry, was, released from the UFC. He wasn't really doing too well. So, he had some success in bare knuckles himself fighting old UFC fighters. So then Paul fights him, and then Paul brings you up in weight. He fights guys. The guy's like 170. Paul's like 200 and something, getting ready for Mike Tyson. And the guy's not even in his weight class. The guy's older, not even in the same sport. The only time he fought a guy in a similar sport is Tommy Fury, and he got outworked because of volume. By sheer volume, Paul doesn't punch enough. So he'll get outworked by a lot of regular boxers by just sheer volume. Not even if they're going to knock him out. So with Tyson, Paul's put on a little bit of weight. I just think that he's just a younger man. His reflexes, his timing. Like, maybe Tyson's the wise old man and he got a trick up his sleeves. Which, I think most of us are hoping. And he's able to set Jake Paul up and land a knockout blow on him. Hopefully that's the case. But, you know, highly unlikely. Jake Paul is a little taller. He's long. He's a solid young boy. He can run away and stay busy enough, at least to coast his way to a decision if the durabilities, if Tyson just older and his reflexes are there and he starts taking shots and eventually, he succumbs to the, he's just old and just taking shots to the head from a younger, bigger guy, that's that's not the best look for him. So, yeah, I mean, that's just my synopsis on Jake Paul. I mean, I'm going to give my opinion on it as it keeps coming forward, but I think it's cheap. I think Jake Paul's method, it's cool to introduce yourself to the boxing world. Okay, cool. But now let's fight some legitimate guys. I'm happy and thankful that he has given Amanda Serrano, the female fighter, Ashton Style, these guys that are great fighters and that have deserved the attention. He's given them the opportunity. And for that, I'm always going to get my respect for it. But it's very, very cheap. Very cheap. Fighting guys not in your weight class. Fighting guys that are way older than you. It's just extreme and retired. Some of these guys have been retired for a while. It's extremely cheap. And he's not barely even surviving with Nick Diaz and Anderson Silva. And it's not even like Tyron Woodley, the first fight, he went to decision. So, I mean, is he on Tyson's level? No, but Tyson's 6 years older. Like I said, my mother died at 59. So to me, that's the old age. Like I know my mother died young, but still, that's still old age. I mean, like he's old man, and then you having ulcer problems, all that stuff. So most blessings to Tyson. But yeah, it's a Shabbat. I guess I'll be here in the morning times, like 7 o'clock. This is a short video, and nothing major to it. I just wanted to kind of go up. Like I said, I teach martial arts. I have a self-defense system because I'm an MMA fighter. I have over 40 MMA fights. And so I have a wealth of experience. I've trained a lot of fighters. I've trained MMA fighters to fight from ground up, from nothing to actually getting them in the ring and having them win local belts and stuff around there. I've had a few guys that I've done this to. And little kids. I train little kids and have them go in local grappling tournaments and stuff like that. So I've developed a system through my experience. I sat down, I just took the good and the fundamentals of every single system, what people absolutely have to know, which is a fundamental everywhere. Look at all the fundamentals, from footwork to the basic punches, to the basic throws, to the basic takedowns, to the basic takedown defenses, to the basic positioning on the floor, from all styles like wrestling and judo and jiu-jitsu and Brazilian jiu-jitsu and sambo. We got leg locks and boxing, kickboxing, karate, kung fu. All fundamentals. We look at all fundamentals. You break them down. What those techniques that people absolutely need to know from being on the feet to being on the ground. It's the most complete self-defense system in the world, probably. I haven't really seen any, personally, and I'm not putting medals on myself, but I haven't really seen too many self-defense systems that are complete like this. It's either jiu-jitsu, but jiu-jitsu lacks all striking as far as self-defense. Some situation require you to punch a person in the face and get away, throw a kick and get away. Some situations require that. A kick is a good weapon, because your legs are longer than your hands. So you can really extend the kick out and subdue somebody. I've sidekicked people and put them on their butt so easy. before they even get a chance to approach me. Bow, quick side kick, put them right on their butt. They don't see a side kick coming, have no way to prepare for it. I've also used a sotogari and threw people to the floor, knee-on bellied them. So sotogari is a judo throw where you trip the lead leg, which is actually that particular sweep is in like a lot of different martial arts styles, like a lot of different styles. That particular sweep exists in. So anyhow, I developed a very, very comprehensive self-defense system, and I'm gonna put it online. I'm gonna actually put it on YouTube. My members only site. I just need 50 more 50 more subscribers. So like, subscribe, share the videos if you get an opportunity. So that'll be coming soon. I'll try to do my early morning thing as much as possible. I do a little bit of the fight stuff, and I'll keep up with the Jake Paul and stuff. I know the UFC has a few fights. John Jones is planning on fighting Stipe, and to me, the only interesting fight in the UFC is the John Jones. That's why Dana White rags on John Jones so much, because he's the only legendary fighter that they got right now. Everyone else is, in and out. So, yeah, I think that's about it. And congratulations, Belal Muhammad. He's from the Chicago area. Actually, him and I fought in our Bellator fights. We went the distance. He's since gotten way better in just wrestling. He's went out and trained with Khabib. He's now the world champion. It's awesome. Super, super awesome. So, shalom to everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll chat later. Peace.